Welcome YouTubers and subscribers. It is the R3ALSilver here, bringing you another 200 Kems strike challenge for you guys with the MR20 on the map favela. Yes, the map favela that was on Modern Warfare 2. I actually love this map. It reminds me of playing Modern Warfare 2, and back in the old days I actually miss playing Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't have a PlayStation 3, so I can't just go back and play all the old Call of Duty games that I do have. But anyway, in this gameplay I would basically be talking about certain situations that happened to me in my life, and I don't know if it occurred to you in your life. But anyway, basically I would like to talk about my injuries and anything that happened to me, and I don't know what had happened to you. So I know people have their own different injuries and something that can happen to them, and they have their own different problems that from everybody else. Like basically, for example, I dislocated my shoulder when I was 17 playing basketball. I don't know how many people have went through this before, but it's not a very great experience, and I know a lot of injuries aren't a good experience to go through. It is a very painful experience, but it's just the fact that a lot of people have different injuries, like, and then some people have injuries that you never would imagine. Like somebody could like dislocate their knee, or they can break their hip, or they could break their neck, and it's a lot of things that a lot of people go through, and it's a lot of problems, and you don't know what actually people go through, and you probably think, oh, they're just faking it, or oh, they're just pretending, and sometimes you don't know what can happen if you're not in their shoes. Like, you have to always look in other people's perspective and see what they're actually going through, and actually try to, how can I say, act like you're them and see what they can see, and try to face that problem how they face the problem. Like for example, I just recently injured my wrist, and I don't know what the exact injury is called, but I know I got like a swollen bump on my wrist due to the fact that I do play the game. But it's not only because of the game, it's because I do other activities, like I do push-ups, so it applies my whole pressure on my wrist. So that's another reason why my wrist got messed up. And then I pick up weights, so that also applies more pressure on my wrist, so it actually sooner or later it just couldn't take it, and it caused a swelling and a bump. And now I have to just basically, right at this point, I have to take care of myself, and I've been not playing the game as much. Like, I'll probably play the game for 2 or 3 hours the most, and I wouldn't play it for no longer than that. It's only because my wrist be hurting and it's not comfortable. And then so then it just gives you the opportunity to do other things, like read and go outside. I can't really do any sport activity. I can't do nothing that causes my wrist to apply any more pressure than it is. But if you guys went through something serious, like serious injury, just comment down below and tell me what kind of injuries you have went through and some serious problems. I know it's gonna probably be hard for people to actually put down their problems or their serious injuries down in the comment section below, but remember, it just lets off a little dead weight, and like, oh, I have been through certain problems like this, so he probably knows how I feel. And it's not the same. Like, once you get an injury, it's not the same. You're not back to normal. You're not gonna be the person that you started off with. It's always a problem when it comes down to having serious injuries, and I don't wish serious injuries on nobody. And it just, like, when you get older, it affects you more in life than you are when you're younger. But anyway, I'm not gonna be talking about this throughout the whole video, because you guys, I don't know if you guys all relate to this, but I know I have went through a couple of serious injuries. I know a lot of people that play sports go through serious injuries, and if you have a certain job, you could go through certain injuries. Like, I remember my teacher, the only reason why I knew what I had and I knew what to do is because my teacher had the same thing I had. He used to type on the computer all the time, and every time, and then one day he just got some, like, a swollen bump on his wrist, and I'm like, Mr. Gonzalez, what is this on your wrist? And he's like, it's a bump, and he was explaining how he got it, how he types on the computer, keeps his hand in a certain position all day long, and then after a while it just causes too much pressure that your arm can't, well, your wrist can't handle, and then it creates this bump, so on and so forth. But, and it's like, I don't know, but just comment below what you had went through, something that affected you in your life, and it doesn't even have to necessarily be a injury. It could just be anything that affected you in your life that made you have to move around different or make you feel different. Like even a family loss is something hard to talk about, but it can also affect you in different ways of moving, because you're not going to live your life the same way if you lose somebody that you really care for and have love for, and it's just crazy, and a lot of people just don't understand that, and they try to, oh, he's okay, he'll be fine, ain't nothing wrong, and you have to take it like if you're in that person's shoes. Like I said, just remember, like, a lot of things can change your lifestyle in many ways, but I'm not saying that it's not a bad thing and it's not a good thing. You just grow up wiser and you grow up stronger as the person that you first started off to be. But anyway, over here I'm playing with the MR28, and over here I love this room for some reason because it reminds me of FIFA. Every time you go in there, you hear goal, 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 and it just gives me an excitement. But sometimes it could just be a little annoying. Sometimes you trying to sound hard, and the worst part, he'll be like goal, goal, goal. And I actually like this map. It's probably one of my favorites, but a lot of people don't like it. Like it feels the exact same way. See, my strategy on this map is stay in this big long building over here. There's many ways you can pick them off in the rooftop, and if anything crazy happens, you could just jump through the floorboard, and you can get through in the middle of the building. And then they have a lower level, so it's 3 levels, and then it has a lot of space that you can actually move. And it's crazy, like, in the sense that you can just you gotta watch where you're going, because you can fall off buildings easily. And over here I'm trying to get like a little patient and to actually get the chem strike. And like I said before, not everybody's perfect. Not everybody, it's not like every time I try for chem strikes I get chem strikes. Something dumb or little always happens, and something like this always killed me, and it was just, I don't know, it looked like he was just looking for me. But anyway, R3ALSilver and Kems out.